channel is all about yarn, knitting, sometimes crochet, and sometimes some other random fun things too. This is episode 66, and before we get started, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's joining me today. Welcome to new viewers, welcome back to returning viewers. If you are a new viewer, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And I also want to let everyone know where you can find me across social media. I am Nitty Gritty Vegan on Ravelry. You can go to knitinthezone.com to get all the clickable links for everything I mentioned for you guys on here, past episodes or future episodes, of course. You can go to traintrackfiberdesigns.com. That's where I sell my artisan hand-dyed yarns. I have a yarn club as well. It's called the Carousel Club, and it's a mystery yarn club, and it's so fun. Go check it out. And you can follow me on Instagram if you're interested. I have two accounts. I have one for Knit in the Zone, and I have one for Train Track Fiber Designs. Knit in the Zone's most active. There's more like Blythe stuff and things like that over there, and then the Train Track Fiber Designs on Instagram is basically just yarn shop updates and sometimes a little bit of like, hey guys, I put an episode of something up, but it's mostly yarn shop. All right, so I'm stocking some stuff. Okay. Oh wait, before I do that, I'm gonna tell you what I'm wearing because I almost forgot. Okay, so I'm wearing another pair of crochet earrings. These are crochet granny square earrings, and I did Mod Podge on them, so they're like stiff because that way they hold their shape. And I don't know what size hook I used for these. They're little tiny. It's, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get close enough. Crochet thread, like for making doilies and things, kind of the same concept of what I did last week. These are just a granny square instead. And then I put a little bead up here. And yeah, they're kind of gaudy, honestly. They're kind of big and gaudy earrings, but they're fun, and it's a good way to incorporate a handmade thing into your wardrobe if you're like a yarn craft person. But anyway, yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Granny square, put one of these big old backs on it, which I don't love these, okay? This back of this earring is not really comfortable. There's like so much that has to go through your ear before it gets to like the top. I would not repurchase these backs. Yeah, so I don't recommend those to a friend at all. I would recommend something definitely smaller because that's a lot to like feed through your ear. It feels like your ear is gonna like get chapped before you even get started. But they're not itchy or anything after you get them on. It's just like, that's just a lot. So yeah, but I like the earrings themselves. So anyway, or the little decorated part. So I'll put a picture of them up either here or either at the end, just so you guys can see them if you're interested in looking at them up close. I'm stocking some stuff, so let's talk about that. Okay, so this is Sapila, and this is a new pattern by Caitlin Hunter, and it looks like this. There's a long sleeve, there's a short sleeve, and it has a whole lot of positive ease. I believe the pattern calls for you to have like, I want to say it was like 8 inches or either 12 inches. And I know that's a huge difference, but it was like a lot of positive ease. And whenever I read that, I was like, oh my god. So I did go ahead and buy the pattern, and I'm really excited to make it. I haven't picked yarn or anything yet, so I don't know, you know, haven't gotten that far in the process. I can't say I'm gonna make the smallest size, which I think is a 38 or a 39. Usually I would make like a 36 and something, so I'm gonna make the smallest size of this because I'm not interested in having that much positive ease. I'm kind of not into that. And watch, next year at this time I'll be like, oh my god guys, I like love these boxy sweaters. But as of right now, I'm not into that. I like, you know, stuff to kind of be like on my body, like tighter. So anyways, and then, so there is a long sleeve and a short sleeve, and I think I might make a mid-sleeve version whenever I do it. I haven't obviously like cast on, so I don't know that I will do that, but I kind of feel like whenever I make mine, I might cut out this little white section altogether and just keep this going and like make them be shorter. Maybe. We'll see. Like I said, that's like a little ways down the road, but it is a new pattern from her. I love her designs. I knit her Sunset Highway pullover with the rest of the knitting community last, I don't know, not too many months ago. But yeah, so she's a good designer. Check her out if you're interested. And next thing I'm stocking is the Chevron Shenanigans by Stephen West. This is just a whole lot of awesome, and it looks like a dragon wing. Basically, I feel like this is like so dragon wing awesome that like it just, I don't know, I love it. Yeah, so it's just chevrons, and I like his color choices he's put together. If you actually go to his pattern page for this on Ravelry, there are so many like sets of colors that he's put together for inspiration. And I didn't actually look through people's finished objects for this, so I'm sure there's some great ones out there. I just chose that off of his, you know, homepage. And it's fingering weight, and I don't know how many skeins of yarn you use because I forgot to write that down. And the next thing I'm stocking is scrap Tastic triangle, and this is also Stephen West. And the awesome thing about this, you use scraps, literally any size scraps you have. He encourages anything from like lace weight to DK weight. I'm sure you could probably go, you know, up a little bigger if you wanted to, even maybe some worsted, throw that in there. But it's awesome. There's like fringe, there's lace, there's a fringe section right here, which I don't know if you guys can see. There's a fringe section, there's a lace section, there's like stripes, brioche probably is what that looks like, really, more than stripes. Yeah, that's definitely brioche. Yeah, so it's kind of got everything, and I really like the idea that you use, you know, literally a scrap, so it's a ton of different sizes, or if you just had a bunch of minis, wouldn't that be so fun? Anyway, that's everything I'm stocking. I don't know that I'll actually make either one of those shawls. I love the one though, the chevron shenanigans. I love that. I think it's so cute. The only reason that I kind of think that maybe I might hold off on doing another shawl is because I know that he'll have his, whatever it's called, his knit along in the fall. And I know it's only May right now, but I have a few things on the needles and I really want to make that sweater. So I don't know. I don't know that I'll actually, you know, cast it on. So, all right, and I have things on the needles. So I'm going to talk about that right now. So this is Petals and Peers. It's currently not on the needles at all because I need to knit sleeves, and I got into another project that's new, which I'll tell you guys about shortly. I did finish the bottom of it. 3 inches of raindrop ribbing was actually perfect, and I'm very happy with it. This is a pattern by Alicia Plummer. It's top-down raglan shaping and then a v-neck, which I really love. It's DK weight yarn, so it goes really, really fast. There's no waist shaping or anything, so you don't have anything at all like funky going on through the pattern. After you do your raglan increases, then it's just smooth sailing knitting in the round. Except for, you know, you have to kind of keep track so you can do your stripes. And then this was so easy too. Raindrop ribbing is basically, it's a 4-row repeat, and it's like so simple. And only 2 of those are action rows, I think. Actually, you know what? It's an 8-round repeat and 2 are action rows. That's what it is. So, yeah. I'm loving it. I knit the size 36 and it fits perfect. I don't know if I just said that or not, but I tried it on. I love the length of it already, how it is. It could be a little tiny bit longer, but I know I'm an aggressive blocker, and I know whenever I actually like wash this and like, you know, block it out, I know I'm gonna stretch it long ways. So I didn't really bother to make it any longer. But yeah, so that's what I've done on that, which really, I mean, seriously, you guys, last week whenever I showed you, I was right here. So I didn't work on that at all. I just wanted to show you what I had done because I like that sweater. I have put a lot of time into my socks though, and so I feel like a jerk showing this every single time. Like, hey guys, have you seen this book? This is Socks from the Toe Up by Wendy D. Johnson, and I'm knitting the serpentine socks in this book. I'm a big fan of that sock book. And I've made some progress. All right, so man, if I would remember to grab the flippin' tag, it would be good, but I didn't. Okay, so this is what I've done on the socks. Last week, I think I was like, I didn't even have one of these little things done. I love this so much. This is sport weight yarn. It's by Toby Roxanne Designs, I think, and I don't have the tag. I forgot to put it in my bag after last week whenever I filmed. Anyway, so it's sport weight yarn. I know it's 100% superwash merino, and the color I think is called Warm Glow, I believe. I love how this is working up with this pattern though. I'd wanted to make this pattern before, and then I started it. I didn't realize it was a sport weight pattern because I didn't like actually read. And so I started making it and it wasn't working out, and I was like, why is this tiny? The other thing is the color I had chosen before, it didn't complement the pattern at all. I think this looks so good together. I feel like a minute ago was focusing better too. All right, I love this. It's so pretty. So it's sport weight, obviously 2 at a time, toe up, and then I've started for my gusset. And basically that's really all there is to say about it so far. Sport weight socks go a little bit faster, but it's not as fast as like what I would have imagined. I've never knit a pair of sport weight socks before. It was kind of a thing that I wanted to do. I've seen some patterns that were like trending with that, and I knew I wanted to knit that pattern, or at least a pattern in that book. And I wanted to try out sport weight yarn because I have a lot of awesome single skeins of sport weight yarn. And I just felt like it would be so much fun, you know, to try that out. And I'm really happy I did. I like that a lot. Now, all right. This is my new cast on. It lives in this bag. It's the Yarn-Yay bag that came with the Yarn-Yay project, which I'm about to show you. If you're not subscribed, then you may not have seen this. Also, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that too. But I'll pop up the link to this Yarn-Yay unboxing up here. Yarn-Yay is a new subscription box. It's put together by Vicky Howell and is sent out by Cratejoy. And it's so much fun. Comes with, you know, all the things you need to make a project. And this is the project that's in the first month. And apparently I don't know my left from my right. There we go. All right, so it's mittens or mitts, and there's some lace detail on the top. I made my cuffs longer, and yeah, so I made my cuff longer, and I did mine 2 at a time. And this actually, I only have a few more inches, you know, before it's time to bind off. I kind of stopped working on this the other day whenever I got close because I wanted to talk to you guys about this, because I don't know that anyone would be as silly as I am, but just thought it was a good thing to mention. So if you are knitting something 2 at a time that have, you know, a left and a right, for example, like mittens or gloves or whatever would have 2 opposites, make sure you read through and knit 1 of each. I almost didn't do that. I got the first like round completely increased for my thumbs, and I had them both on the same side. And I was like, you know, as I was doing it, I was starting, I think, on like that second round or so, and I was like, oh man, this is like not gonna be right, you know. And I thought about it, and I went back and I corrected myself really quick. But it was just something that I thought was worth mentioning, because if you are knitting like mittens or gloves or anything where you'd have 2 opposites, like make sure that you like mark, you know, and say, okay, designate which one's going to be left and which one's going to be right, and like mark it somehow so you know. Because if you have like decorations on it or anything, or if there's like weird shaping to it where it would make your, I don't know, I've never knit ones where it makes your thumb be off center. I guess that wouldn't really matter if there's not decoration, but anyway, make sure you like mark it and do that, because that would be crap, wouldn't it? Get your like whole mittens done, and then you're like, oh cool, well they both are like, one has the decoration on the palm and one has it on the back. That would just be total crap. So I thought I would mention it. But anyway, yeah, so I'm doing mine 2 at a time, and it's going much faster that way for me. The reason I do that is because I'm really bad to like get sidetracked and either do something wrong accidentally or change sizing on purpose, because I'm like, oh, well, this needs to be tighter or looser or whatever. And then if you don't write that down, what row you did that on, then your two things are going to be different. Even if you're like, oh, I know I decreased like 5 stitches, but where did I do that? So 5 stitches would be a whole lot on a mitten, wouldn't it? So anyways, yeah, go check out that unboxing if you're interested. Hopefully I'll remember to put the link up there so I'm not just like pointing at the sky, pointing up here. So yeah, I think that's everything I have to show you guys as far as like projects and things go. I do want to show you some things that I'm adding to the shop. So if you're not interested in shop update, I will talk to you next week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next Thursday. For everyone else, I'm going to show you what I'm putting in the shop. So, excuse me while I go over here and grab a pile of yarn. All right, so this is what I'm putting in. There's actually more over there. There's a big tub, but obviously I don't want to sit here and show you guys every single thing because I think that, I don't know. I don't personally enjoy watching somebody show like 50 freaking skeins of yarn, and so I'm assuming no one else does either. And I also know if you guys are interested in actually looking at the shop update, then you'll go there. So I'm going to show you a few things though that I felt like were highlights. So I'm putting in some more tonal stuff, which I feel like is important because I feel like my shop, I have a lot of fun, funky colors that are so fun and I love them so much, but I feel like I'm kind of missing some tonals. So I'm putting in some tonals. That one's tonal with speckles, but it's still kind of tonal in my opinion. So these are tonals, and all of them, like this one's tonal blue, and then it has speckles of blue, but it's still tonal, so you could use it, you know, as like a, you know, as an indie dye solid kind of. Super tonal, but pinky mauve, lavendery kind of, rose colors. Gray. Now this one does have some teal speckles, but it's like so like mild that I feel like you could use that like as kind of like a solid, you know, semi-solid tonal type thing. And this too. And I know it looks like there's, I mean, there are like patches of speckles, but at the same time, whenever you knit with that, they're not going to all be bunched up. So once again, it would kind of work as like a kind of more of a tonal solidish color. They're not going to knit as solids, obviously, but you know what I mean. Like if you need like a gray or a tan. So have those. And then I did put a few other, or I'm going to put a few other things that are more funky in the shop too. And some of these are sport weight and some of them are not. These two are sparkle base, which I feel like that's not working together. Hold on. Okay. So tonal blue, and then it has neon speckles, and then some teal and some blue speckles. I like that a lot. I think that's so pretty. And then this one is just like, I love that. Okay, so obviously it's kind of like a half and half situation with speckles, and I like that a lot. Then I'm like, I like that a lot. It's like, yeah, duh, dude, you dyed it. But really, I do like it a lot. So this is a sport weight, and even though back here, from what, right there, that is not the color that I'm seeing in real life. What I see in that camera is not what I see here. Okay, so it is not nearly as, it is actually bright, but it's not as bright as what you guys see right there. So if you're interested, actually go look at the shop update because this is not showing you guys accurately. But there's speckles. So speckles. And then this one, this is also on sparkle. So 2 browns and then some specklies happening right there. Ooh. All right. That is more like what I'm seeing in real life. I wonder why that pink one did that. That's so crazy. It's like so blown out. It looks like a highlighter and it's not. It is, but it's, I don't know. If you're interested, go look at the pictures of it online because you're going to be like, whoa, that did totally blow out. Okay. And then this one. Okay, so Bella has medication and her alarm just went off and cut me off. because she takes it at a certain time every day, and so the alarm goes off on my phone. So anyways, this is what I was showing you. All right, so and then this one right here, this is the last one I'm gonna show you guys anyway. So yeah, there's that. And this is also in sport weight. And I don't know, I feel like it's so hard to get the speckles to show up right on the camera. But anyway, so that's what I have for you guys this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate whenever you guys subscribe and leave comments. Tell me what you're working on. Yeah, let me know what you're working on, because are you making anything fun right now? I like to knit, you know, and watch podcasts and stuff. So I just wonder how many people do that too. Oh, and also speaking of podcasts, okay, because this is actually a vlog. So podcasts, I started doing a podcast too. It's exactly the same thing as this. It's just an audio only version. I put it on like iTunes and all the other platforms too, because some people I think maybe I don't know, like to listen to stuff and not actually watch it. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. But it's the same content. It's just an audio only version. So yeah. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next Thursday. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have an awesome week. Bye guys.